Yeah, also, I don't know how long I have before my roommate gets back, but I wanted to make a really quick video because I'm just tired of the assumptions that I've been getting, in life in general, but also from my teachers, from other students in my classes at a women's college. I'm fucking sick of it. I've sort of gotten used to, over the past 2 weeks, being in a class and having the teacher address us as, us women, or reading an email from a teacher saying, "Hi ladies, like, this is your homework tonight." I'm getting used to that, which sucks that I have to get used to it, but I'm getting used to it. But today, I had a morning full of the usual people assuming that I identify as a woman because I'm at a women's school, assuming that everyone around them is a woman because, unless they're a professor and are clearly male, that everyone here is a woman, which is hard to be around all the time in the first place. But today I had my women's studies class, which I usually really enjoy. It's multicultural women's studies. Should be a really great class. The readings are generally pretty good. But we were discussing what American culture is today. And so our teacher said, what do you think American culture is? And so, we were kind of like, I don't know, the American dream. So we were discussing the American dream, kids, white picket fence, middle class, kind of having it easy. And the professor asked the class, what does that apply to you? Like, is that what you want when you grow up? And so the couple students before me say, not really, like, I want to live in the city, not in the suburbs. I want to, be a professional for a while before I settle down and have kids. And so she comes to me and she says, what do you want? And I said, I don't know, I want to do something that I'm passionate about. I didn't say anything particularly specific. It wasn't, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do in 10 years. But, and she comes off of me saying that. She says, "Oh, do you want to have kids?" And I'm like, yeah, probably eventually. She says, "Do you want to get married?" And I said, I don't know. I don't know if in 10 years I'll be married. And she says, well, if you stay in Massachusetts as a lesbian, you can get married. And so I kind of step back from myself and I'm like, did you just announce in front of the class an assumption that you made that I'm a lesbian? And it really this is at the beginning of class, it really bothered me throughout the entire class. I'm like, did that really just happen and no one said anything? So I was pissed. And I went up to her after class and was like, I just wanted to point out that you made an assumption in front of the entire class that I'm a lesbian. And on one hand, it really bothered me. But it also really bothered me that I felt like in doing that, it was, what I had a problem with was the fact that she assumed I was a lesbian. And there's nothing wrong with being a lesbian. I didn't want her to think that I was, offended by the fact that she thought I could be a lesbian. It was the fact that she assumed that because I have short hair, because I am a butch person at a women's school, that I am a lesbian. And this was after a class when I had came out to the class as trans and as genderqueer, saying, I don't identify as a woman. And she had read something I had written. We were supposed to write about how we knew we were a girl, which is a really fucking annoying assignment in the first place, excuse my language. But I just wrote about, how I knew I was trans. So I did the assignment. She has most likely read it. And I said in front of the class that I identify as genderqueer. So, yeah, I just had to get that out there. It's becoming almost increasingly hard to deal with the assumptions. So, if anyone has any advice, let me know.